What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media. It's good evening all around the world. I'm sure it is. And here it's pretty much still in the afternoon, getting close to the evening status. But yes, we are back again. Game day is back again. And we are streaming live. Just like I promised, we'll be coming back live on the stream on Fridays to give you guys our thoughts on the upcoming fixtures, the Premier League, especially Chelsea's game, Liverpool game, Arsenal game, Manchester United game. We'll be looking at some of these specific games and see who have the upper edge over the other. And also we'll be talking about Mauricio Pochettino as it's taken forever for his name to be announced. I don't know what it's taking Chelsea Football Club that long to announce Mauricio Pochettino at the football club. And we're also going to some few questions that I keep asking. Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur's game. There's actually Nottingham Forest game on Saturday. We'll look into that and also talk about the press conference, players that are available for the game tomorrow. We'll look into that. And also, can Mauricio Pochettino, if he becomes Chelsea manager, can he turn Malo to be like Kyle Walker, just the way he did at Tottenham Hotspur? We remember when he was coaching Tottenham, he was able to get the best out of Kyle Walker, and we all know how good Mauricio Pochettino can be with young players. So here, guys, be my guest as we take you through the next hour of captivating football news, and then also debating on certain topics on the platform. So I'm being joined here by my wonderful guest. I wouldn't call him guest. He is a co-host of the platform. Steven, welcome back to the channel again, Steven.
Yeah, always. Thanks for having me. How you doing?
Not too bad. Another day. We're here live talking football again.
Oh my! So I don't know how legit this is. It's not Chelsea related, but apparently,
Jim
Ratcliffe is closing in on the United takeover.
Jim Ratcliffe. Steven, I know we're going a little bit off topic, but do you think that it has to do with the is it politically, is it why they are not trying to give the takeover to the Saudis? Is it has to do with the way they treat women over there and that kind of stuff? Is it the reason why?
No, because the Newcastle ownership are Saudis, aren't they? And they've got, I think the Newcastle lot got some sort of link to the government, I think, or something. And that one, I think I sent something to you from the Athletic, like a few weeks ago, where essentially, almost like the government made the Premier League like let them take over Newcastle because of political relations are good with them and stuff like that. So I doubt it's anything to do with that, but I saw people saying that there's questions about the legitimacy of the Saudi. Is it Saudi? No, Qatari. This one was
Qatarians. Yeah,
this one was Qatari. So I saw people saying about some people are questioning the legitimacy of the Qatari takeover bid. So whether something's been found that proves that or not, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, it looks like no Qatari money for Man United. I'm going to see if I can find where this news has come from, but I've just seen everyone talking about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think from what I've read, I also read an article from one journalist over there, which he did complain if there is a question mark on Chelsea's relationship with Putin and all that thing tagging, hanging around
From when we
Abramovich.
had Roman.
Yeah, then there should be a question mark on those that are in charge of Newcastle United. Jim White also spoke about it, and also Samuel Jordan also spoke about it. But yes, that's just better. We're bringing more news in regards to that later on whilst we have in the stream, as the stream is also going on. And also, we're going to talk about Sam Kerr. We have a Sam Kerr news over here. Sam Kerr have won it again 2 seasons in a row of the Football Writers player, I think a player of the year, women's player of the year, and also Helen Haaland
Football Writers Awards, yeah.
Awards, yeah. And also Helen Haaland has beat everyone to it with a huge margin since the Premier League began. That margin for him to win that has been very, very huge. So we'll also look into that. Thank you very much, Phantom of Minute Topic. He says second to hit the like button. Also, Manchester United owner of 600 shares here. Looking forward to winning FA Cup for my team and qualifying for Champions League. Go Ten Hag, manager of the year. I don't think Ten Hag can be a manager of the year. He hasn't done enough to be a manager of the year. Look at how the ending of the season is looking like. He's been playing well beginning. He's got the tune out of the players, but I think they are running out of steam. In my opinion, they're running out of steam. That's how I feel like. So yes, we're gonna start from Stephen. Do we start from the preview of the game on Saturday against Nottingham Forest? There are certain players that are very scared of, which is Brandon Johnson. Player scares me when I watch him played. I watched Nottingham Forest played against Southampton. He looks so good on the right hand side. Is it going to be so much of a threat?
I think it depends on our setup, like a lot of things this season. But yeah, he'll definitely be somebody to keep an eye on. Can definitely be a threat. And yeah, I think there's 1 or 2 people that could probably be named. I'm just trying to see if I can find out any news about if they have any injuries or anything. Because I didn't know if we were starting with this, so I didn't have my tab ready for it. But yeah, he can definitely be a threat. I can't remember who the other player I was thinking off the top of my head was, because that's now gone.
Yeah, I have I think Awanyani, I think that's the name. I'm trying to get the name.
Awani, whatever his name is. Yeah, he's the one that scored a couple the other day as well.
Like that. Yeah,
I know who you're on about. That's the one that I was thinking of. But
there are 3 players we have to look at.
Weren't processing.
Yeah, 3 players in there. Gibson Wright in the midfield, and then also this.
Gibbs White, Morgan Gibbs White.
Yeah, Morgan Gibbs White, another player that he's also playing the highest. Right now, people are saying there's nothing to play for, and I keep telling there's something to play for. Bragging rights is right there, and also we have to rewrite our history and a reputation. How the season has been that bad. If we get our players playing better now, then there's high possibility that we have to win all the rest of our game. It would be nice, although the season hasn't been good. It would be nice to win against Nottingham Forest tomorrow. Wouldn't it be, Steven?
Yeah, of course. It's always nice to win games. I've already said, in an ideal world, we win 3 of our remaining 4 games. The only game I don't mind losing is Man City. That's the only game I don't mind losing. The other games, I want us to win, or at least put up a fight and show effort, because obviously we haven't seen that much. So yeah, I do hope that we can see some fight there. But with this team, you never know. Let's be honest. It's been up and down, mostly downs this season. But we don't have many seasons like this. So that gives me hope for next season as well. The fact that we don't have many seasons like this means realistically we should bounce back. And we should be back up competing. And we'll only have, for the most part of the season, we'll only be playing once a week. So that definitely help Poch get his ideas across and help us develop and get obviously further up the table again.
I agree with you. Thank you very much, Stephen G, for that information. Nottingham Forest is our last chance to win a match this season, coming from Phantom of Manitoba. Thank you, Phantom. I hope you're doing very well. Nottingham Forest changed out many players this season. All right.
Yeah, they along with us have made the most. I think I saw something from, I think it was Athletic earlier. It was something like between the two clubs.
Yeah.
63 players have been signed or something.
Yeah, they signed almost about
they signed like a whole new squad.
Yeah. So earlier on, I was looking at this setup. If we should go with Frank Lampard 4-3-3 formation, we'll be looking at this setup, which Aspilicueta would be the guy, because I'm not so sure about Ben Chilwell. If Ben Chilwell is resting, if not, why would there be a need to rest Ben Chilwell? So we have Ben Chilwell over there. Body Shield also
not in the squad, so I don't. Oh, I thought you were saying that the predicted lineup had him in the squad. I was like, oh, that's not right.
No. I'm saying Ben Chilwell is not in the squad. Probably he's being rested. Well, I wouldn't know the reason why he's being rested, but then probably from what I'm thinking is he's trying to blend.
He picked up an injury at the end of the Bournemouth game, didn't he? Or at some point in the Bournemouth game. That's why Aspi came on.
Okay,
and we'll get into the whole Aspi Lewis Hall situation at some point anyway.
Yeah, but a blend between experience and also the young players will also help sometimes, because we need that balance in this team. We need that balance to be able to help us get over the line. And also Badishir came back again. What do you make of his performance, Stephen? Badishir's back.
I rate him very well. I think he's class. I mean, it's something like when he's playing, we've only lost one game, I think it is.
Yeah.
But when he came in January, he came in and he had an immediate impact. And then he just suddenly got dropped. And I don't know why he got dropped, but I think we can all agree that was a bad decision.
I agree with you 100%. And also, Thiago Silva will still be ready. Will be ready for this game. Chalobah in there on the right-hand side. I don't think Chalobah was that bad against Bournemouth. He played very well, Stephen. Chalobah.
Yeah, I would still probably play one of the younger players, though.
Well, he's also young.
No, but he's not a natural right back. We've got players who in the academy have been playing at right back and right wing back and everything like that.
Who's the preferred player?
Would be easier.
Who do you prefer?
There's a lot of people who I think would probably want someone like Dion Rankin to come in for a couple games.
Okay.
Technically, he's not a fullback or wing back, but he has played there quite a lot. So yeah,
in that option, I prefer.
Be nice to get him some experience in the first team as well.
Yeah, I'll prefer if he comes in the second half, because Chalobah himself hasn't got that many game time this season. So him getting the chance to start the game, I think it will boost his morale and get back to
but
winning
then you
ways.
Could argue you don't risk Silva or Fofana and you play Chalobah and Badiashile and something like that. You could make that argument.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Lampard said Fofana's fit to start. I think he said like he's enough to be in the squad, but I don't think he said he's fit to start. So we might see something like that. Who knows?
Okay. All right. So then we're talking about the midfield now. We'll get to the next step will be the Gallagher, Fernandez, and Enzo Fernandez, and then also Kante in the midfield. What do you make of that? If this is what we should go with, Gallagher. Were you impressed with this performance?
Yeah, I've got no issues with it.
I think he did good.
I don't know who else I would put in there, honestly, especially with Chukwuemeka going to the Under-20 World Cup. So, yeah, I don't know who else I would actually consider putting there. But, yeah, I haven't got any issues. Look, if he keeps performing, it'll get more interest in him. And who knows, maybe we get more money for him in the summer if he's to leave. So, you look at it, I feel like he's been playing better. I don't think he had a great start, but I feel like he's been playing better in recent games. feel like he's been more involved. And yeah, if he plays, which I expect he will play, then I hope that he continues to put in some good performances, gets that price up, we can get more money.
On Gallagher.
Because at the end of the day, as much as it would be nice to keep him, if we need to sell, then he had interest in him in January of about 40 to 50 million pound offers. So if he keeps performing and performing well, that's only going to go up.
I agree.
Or at the very least, stay at the same level.
All right, that's great. So we'll look into that now. We're gonna move on to the next step. We'll be Raheem Sterling, Kai Havertz, and then Madueke up front. These three players. Kai Havertz, I've said it many times that it's about time we start experimenting with the false nine. It's not working. It's not working for
Kai to start.
It's not working. I know where you stand with Kai Havertz, Stephen. I prefer the only personnel in this setup that I would like Frank Lampard to change will be Kai Havertz in that position. Start with Aubameyang, and I know Aubameyang hasn't been that great, but it gives us a different dimension in terms of the way we play.
I would prefer
over Kai Havertz.
I would go Datro. Aubameyang's not going to be here next season. Havertz isn't even a striker or a false nine, really. Okay, he's done it for about 3 years. He done it at times at Leverkusen, but he's not exactly quality when it comes to that. So why not play Datro Fofana, a young player who's going to be here for the future? You may as well give him minutes. Plus, apparently, Aubameyang has some sort of massive appearance bonus or something. And it's not like he's been playing well, so why should we play him, give him loads of money for an appearance when he don't offer us anything? And he's not going to be here next season, like I've already said.
Yeah, Aubameyang. I mean, but we have to... I mean, we're trying to win the game, Stephen. We're trying to win the game. So the fact that he's not going to be here, still Chelsea is paying him. There's more games to play next season. Datro Fofana, he's playing with the
Datro
Fofana
is probably going to go on loan. So if we play him, plays well, gets more loan interest, and he'll get more game time when he's out on loan because he'll go to a decent club as well.
All right, Chelsea Dan, check your email. I've sent the link in there. You can grab it. You can click on it, and then you'll be here with us. I think Chelsea Dan. Yeah, checking your email real quick. We have we have an intruder on the platform right now, Mr. Ryan.
Intruder alert.
Yeah, we have to set the siren up.
Oh, I want a prize.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, big brother. Welcome to your platform, Mr. Ryan.
Thank you, Nazan. Thank you, Stephen. And good to be here.
As usual.
Scouser on the channel.
Scouts of the channel, yeah. Yeah, well, so yeah, we're gonna take you. We're gonna have more from you on Liverpool's preparation to the weekend's game. What do you have for us, Stephen? I mean, Mr. Ryan. I'm not giving you time to breathe.
Yeah, listen, we've got a lot of forward momentum. I'm expecting us to win all our remaining games from now to the end of the season. Leicester are really struggling. They need the points badly in order to survive and stay in the Premier League. But I'm very confident of us winning.
It's Chelsea that I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. But I'll drop it in there. Click on it. I'll drop it in the chat. I'll drop the link in the chat. So you just click on it and then it will bring it here. So yes, Mr. Ryan.
Yeah, listen, Nazan, it's I would even say there's parallels between how Liverpool are performing right now and how Arsenal are performing, because when the pressure's off, and you're not expected to win the trophy or finish in the top four or achieve your goal at the end of the season, the pressure's off, the players actually play better. That's exactly what's happening to us right now, which is why we're on a winning run. And you can probably say the same with Arsenal. They've got their mojo back, but I'm hoping for a strong end to the season. I know Stephen in our sort of internal Discord. Posted some, let's say, not so kind things about the state of the Liverpool squad and how much surgery and signings we need to make in the summer, which is true. I'm not going to deny that. We need to make a lot of signings.
That midfield is a massive rebuild run.
Yeah, it's true. And we're going to lose certain players as free agents in the summer. So it's going to be a testing transfer window in the summer, that's for sure.
I agree with you. It's going to be a lot of players that has to go out. And what you guys making with Atta, the guy you guys signed from Juventus? Are you guys giving a full contract, or is he going to go away? You can let him go?
I think it's confirmed that, I think it was last week, it was confirmed that he'll be going back to Juventus. He won't
play. So injured all season.
Yeah, listen, he was unlucky with injuries, but even when he was fit, Jurgen Klopp wasn't convinced in training that he was good enough. He was a panic buy, because we had the injuries in the midfield, and he was available on a quick loan. So we went for it. It didn't work out. Good luck to him.
Was that a deadline day move by any chance? Was that deadline day like we did with Zakaria?
I believe it was. Yeah, I think it was deadline day.
Because I think we both got them from Juve on deadline day, right?
Yeah, Liverpool and Chelsea did. It was a panic buy for both sides.
Who asked you to talk, Chelsea Dan? I haven't even invited you yet. I haven't even introduced you yet, Chelsea Dan. Where you coming from? Man, you're hijacking my stream, man. You're hijacking my stream.
I thought Stephen was speaking in different voices.
It's Chelsea Dan over here waffling his own stuff again, man. Big up to you, Chelsea Dan. Welcome
big
to
up my brother,
media.
Chelsea. Glad to see you back on. It's good to have you back on. All right, sorry, man. I'm just trying to help these guys out. Arthur and Sakuya was the January panic buy for both clubs because we could get no midfielders to buy in a January at the end of the day. It didn't work well for Liverpool with Arthur, whatever his name is, and it didn't work well with Dennis Sakuya at Chelsea. And we saw the qualities in Dennis Sakuya at Chelsea against Man City. But this guy just don't get played, so he'll go back to Federer. And it's a shame with Arthur because he's good in the centre mid role and all Blue Cloud and that. But it just didn't work plans for Liverpool. So, but he's a Liverpool fan, right? Is he Blue Cloud?
Yeah. He's a Liverpool fan, strong Liverpool fan.
I just want to ask him a quick question.
Go ahead.
Jude Bellingham's now signing to Real Madrid. Who do you think you're going to get in the summer now? Because FSD ain't really spent a high lot of wages on your club. Who do you think is going to be your next potential midfielders now? Because now you ain't getting Jude Bellingham.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Personally, if I had a blank checkbook, I'd want to sign Caicedo from Brighton. I think he's a really, really good midfielder. He's energetic, physical, exactly what we need and what we've lacked in the midfield. And I've mentioned this to Nazan and Stephen, I really rate Kovacic. I think that was a big mistake if you let him go in the summer. I know with his contract situation and his age, and he probably doesn't fit the project rebuild that Bowley's building at Chelsea, but I think he's got quality, and I'd be happy to sign him, for 20-30 million. I think he's worth it.
I agree with you, Ryan, but it looks like, just like you said, the contract situation, his contract is there, and there's no talking. There's nothing in there to try and renegotiate and see if they can give him 2 more years. But I think that I agree with you 100%. It's going to be a very, very big mistake because he's one of the players with lots of experience in the football. He's won 4 Champions League already in the players that we have. He's won 3 with Real Madrid, 1 with Chelsea. What else are you going to look for? These are the players that can motivate the young players that are coming up, because during the big games, you're going to need these players that don't perform through the entire season. But then we have certain key moments in certain games that these players stand out for. Because you could argue the fact that Real Madrid and Manchester City, during the game that we just watched, we just witnessed at the Bernabeu, Kevin De Bruyne was not in there. He was not in the game. But then certain key moments, that's when we saw the brilliance of Kevin De Bruyne. And we need players like that to balance the whole team. But I know Steven would have said, hey, it's time for him to go. We got too many players. We need a DM in there, which I know he'll be looking at Declan Rice to come in. He has different opinion on that. But I feel like he'll be very, very good to the squad if we should have him. We shouldn't have to let him go. He has a lot of experience.
I have a lot of rice puddings in the cupboard if you want some.
No problem. I'll call for it. Thank you very much.
Nizam, just to kind of close this point, I think the obvious name that a lot of Liverpool fans and the media are pushing is Alexi McAllister, right? For Brighton.
Yeah, McAllister, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my only concern with him is I think he's going to cost a lot of money. I know there's some uncertainty around his contract, whether he has a release clause or not, but I think he's going to be expensive. And I don't think Liverpool is his first choice. I think he wants to go to Man City. So I don't want to be, sloppy seconds for any player.
Can I also Blue Cloud, Kovacic has got one more season in us, so it'll be hard. I wouldn't think you'll get 30 to 40 million on Kovacic. You'll get roughly 16 to 70 on him.
I think we could get 20 or so. I've seen some saying about 20.
The reports. Yeah, 20, 30 million. That's what I read as well.
At the end of the day, his book value remaining is like 8 million on the books in the summer anyway. So anything over 8 million and you make a profit. So
yeah, but he's got a year season left in him in Kovacic. The thing is, Kovacic, I've been hearing about people with Kovacic, right? He is good all the way around. I love when Blue Cloud does that to me. Love you, Blue Cloud. Right, yeah. I think with Kovacic, right, yeah, he's got the potential to be good, successful as a centre mid thing. But this guy don't give you a lot of a creative in the mid, and also he don't score a lot of goals for us. But I understand the situation. Like I've been talking about this on a lot of times, yeah. Because we ain't got the balance. We ain't got the balance in our club. We ain't got the manufacture. We ain't got the leadership. We haven't got the potential like players to put in the right position, and we ain't got a gaffer who could shout out on the players on the pitch. Yeah, it's gonna be up and down with our players where these haven't got no style of player and they're just everywhere. If we had the proper leadership in our club and the base where Kovacic is best in and have the strategy and the mentality and the balance and the physicality and all this at our club and the right positions to be in their best place, we'll see the difference in these players because we tip and changing. They're like you see the Kante going right wing. We see Raheem Sterling playing as a left wing back before. Cucurella playing as a centre back where he ain't that centre back. There's no structure in our club where there's no strength and there's what's the word, Blue? I'm just trying to think. The balance. There's no balance.
Yeah.
And there's no quality in the system of our team. So they're gonna be like mix and match playing everywhere. And like you see the Enzo, playing as a full six, and we know he ain't a full six. He's like a centre mid, and he's like a creative playmaker in midfield. He ain't like one of them defensive midfielders. So we haven't got that in our club. But with Kovacic, I see where his frustration is coming from, right? It's like all along I said Thiago Silva before, remember Blue Cloud? I said Thiago Silva's not happy at Chelsea Football Club. He might be leaving Chelsea. Everyone said, no, you're wrong, Dan. He's got another contract next summer. What's come out on Twitter now? He wants to leave to go back to Brazil. But his wife is trying to, because thinks Thiago Silva to stay because she loves London. But hopefully he doesn't go and he stays for next summer. And hopefully we could get the leadership and a white gaffer in that could control the players and start getting this mentality and keep them in their position and their performance and have the balance as a team. And if we don't have that, you can see the players getting frustrated.
You're spot on. You're spot on. We did talk about Luis Hall, as our brother here is talking about Luis Hall at this moment. So big up to you, Tony. Tony said, big up, guys. UTC absolutely up to chills. It's time for cover to go his lost faith in the project. And that's what Tony is saying. It's time for cover to go his lost faith in the project. I don't know. With Kovacic, sometimes it plays well, but then we know Kovacic will not give you a goal. But the one to beat the press, he's always a guy to beat the press. But what I'm saying now is we need that experience next season. We're not playing the Champions League. We're not playing the Europa Cup competition. We're not playing the Emirates Cup. But then there is still a lot of competition to play. The Premier League is a long way to go. Lots of players, lots of teams to play, and also the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, all these are there. But we need good bench. The more experienced bench we get, that's a high chance of us being able to win the Premier League. And I know Stephen has talked a lot about Luis Hall. He's very, very pissed. If Lampard is stopping Luis Hall from going to the under-20 national team with England under-20 national team, and he doesn't play him tomorrow's game, he will be very, very pissed. What's the chance? What's the point of stopping?
That's one way to put it. It's probably I would have probably avoided using the P word that you used, because I'm not sure about YouTube and what they're like. Because the way I would put it is, look, you said he's got a chance and all this because we've got injuries, then play him. Don't say he's got an opportunity. Play him. You've stopped him going to an international tournament for his country under 20s because of injuries. If I see Aspi at left back tomorrow instead of Lewis Hall, I'm livid. Aspi should play maybe one more game this season, last game of the season, because that's at home. His last home game in a Chelsea shirt, because he'll be going in the summer. That's it. If he needs to come off the bench another game because of we get an unfortunate situation with an injury or something, sure, but don't start him. Start Lewis Hall on the left side, someone else on the right side. Do not start Aspi, other than maybe the last game.
Well,
all right,
no,
hold on, Chelsea down. Let me thank my. Hold on, Chelsea down. Thank you very much, Mo, for your wonderful comment. He said he will play him. He has limited options. Thank you very much, Mo, for hopping in the platform. I know you have a little bit of time. Without that, you won't be here. But thank you for spending some time with us here on this platform. Chelsea down. What do you make of our brother's comment in regards to Luis Hall? And also thank you very much, Makeem, for being on the platform. Since Cover is a core player, and Chelsea legend losing him would come back to bite us. Okay, Chelsea losing a
legend of for Cover is a bit extreme.
I mean, he's a legend in terms of the game. You couldn't say because you can tell he's a legend.
Chelsea legend.
He's a Chelsea legend. He won the Champions League.
He's not a Chelsea legend.
But how would you classify him? He won the Champions League for
Chelsea.
But
this is what we were saying the other day, right? If we're saying he's a legend because he won the Champions League, so is, I think, Ross Turnbull was there in 2012. Ryan Bertrand, 2012. All these players would then be legends, right?
Well, it's kind of a legend.
It's kind of, I understand what you're saying. It's something that you and I have talked about it. We're trying to bring this. We're trying to bring this topic up on the platform. Who is a legend? Who is classified as a legend? Who is a world-class player? That kind
I think
of
it needs its own. I think it needs its own show. We can go through certain players and.
Definitely, we will do that. We'll do that. Who a legend is? Who is really
maybe
a legend?
end of season when we.
I would call Kovacic a legend. I'll call him a semi-legend. Yes, he won us the Champions League, but he hasn't really been at our club for that long to be a legend like what Kane has.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I was saying. That's why Stephen and Chelsea done. That's what I was saying, that he's not a legend at the club, but he's a legend of the game. You get what I mean? He's a legend for winning.
That's what I'm saying. He's won us
the Champions League. But a legend is where how long you stayed with a club and how many titles you've won and how many like winnings you've got.
Like the impact that you have.
Yeah, the impact you've got. Yeah, that's right, Steve. Yeah. So a Kante to us, he's a legend because he's done basic stuff for us. He's been impact for us. He's won those titles like Covey. Yeah. But Kovacic is a semi-legend where he has won us the Champions League, but he hasn't he hasn't done.
Don't kick me!
Sorry about that. Sorry, that's my little girl. Yeah. So with Kovacic, right? He's done stuff for us, but he hasn't. He's been with us 4 or 5 years now, so he's not a real
half a decade, getting close to half a decade. That's enough.
Yeah, but a legend to be for a club is at least a max of 7 to 8 years, or you retire to Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah,
right. Like Frank Lampard or Didier Drogba or.
Well, would you consider Eden Hazard a legend? Because he did not retire the football club. He moved from Chelsea to another highest level, in his opinion, because Real Madrid has been in his brain for a long time now. So I'll say that a lot of people consider Eden Hazard a legend. To me, he formed in the same bracket with Kovacic. Just like a comment over here from our brother Mo. Mo said Kovacic can be compared to be the names mentioned. He was a pivotal player in us winning the UCL, which makes a lot of sense. Makim also said it's too subjective to not call him a legend. So I think this topic is a brighter topic on its own. So let's find a specific time. We'll come over here after the season ends, before preseason start. This topic will be on, and we'll take all our time to address it.
Blue Cloud, Eden Hazard, right?
Yeah.
He is a legend to our eyes, right? Because he's done things for us. Yeah, he's won the UEFA, the FA Cups, the Carling Cups. He's won the Champions League, with the players, and he's been there since he was young. So he went to Real Madrid. In his
after about 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. Right. Yeah. So we could call him a legend because he's basically done everything for the club, right? In our system. Well, with Kovacic, you could say he's a legend for Real Madrid because he was at Real Madrid and he did everything at Real Madrid. Won the Spain, he won the Copa del Rey.
But he wasn't an integral part of all those trophies that he won. He didn't play that much. All the Champions League that he won under Real Madrid, he was on the bench.
He's still a legend because he's still a Real Madrid player. And no matter if he weren't part of that team, and they still won it, he still came on like games that he could see to win that, go through to the Champions League. It's like we could call our legends really what is legends. It's like the Frank Leboeuf, the Didier Drogba, Marcel Desailly. You got the Florent Malouda. You got the Joe Cole. Ashley Cole. They're our legends, because they've done the preface on top. With Kovacic, I would say I'll agree to the Blue Lounge. He is a legend in the Chelsea way, but he ain't that proper like a legend. What he's won as a cup, but if he has more, if he say 7 to 8 years, and he gone and played and got us consistently winning Premier Leagues, Caribbean Cups, FA Cups, Champions League more of the times, and different provocal stuff in our games, he would be a legend. With Kante, he's our legend. So, Kante's done everything in the main role for what he's done for Chelsea, But the thing is, Kovacic is our legend in a way, but he ain't the legend what he's going to be. He's only been with him for 5 years. And if he, say, we get rid of him next summer, a legend is where you'll stay at a club for a certain long time and retire at the football club. You get what I mean? So if Coffee don't want to stay, if he wanted to say 7 years, and before he goes and retires to another club for the end of the summer, that's what you call a legend. But because he ain't a legend, he wants to leave and he wants to go to another club, there might be a legend to another. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
all right, thank you very much, Chelsea Dan.
We'll definitely need a separate show on this because this will take up ages.
It will take up all the time without even.
But we'll have to do it at the end of the season when there's nothing else going on.
It's a broad subject, and once you start it, it takes a long way. People bring different perspective of it. So Blue Line said that Cahill is a legend by that standard, which is true. Oh, yeah, Gary Cahill is always a legend. Hazard didn't win the UCL with Chelsea.
No, it's the European Cup. European Cup is the UCL, isn't it? European.
Yeah, he won the Europa.
He didn't win the Champions League, but Look at the contributions he made. How many
compare.
games did he win single-handedly for us on top of all that as well?
Look, to me,
well, he did win us the Champions League at the time, but he weren't playing. He was still on the youth bench squad when we won the Champions League at Bayern Munich. So when he was there,
he hadn't signed because he put the tweet.
That's right. He signed the season before that, didn't he? Yeah. Sorry. I'm getting confused. Sorry.
Yeah, he signed the year we won the first Europa League because the tweet went out. I'm signing for European champions or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he was the one that won it in his last season.
Aspilicueta is our legend.
Mm-hmm.
You see, he's our legend.
He has surpassed that legendary status. Being a club for
he's the only Chelsea player to win literally everything.
Yeah. Tony said Dave gets a legendary title, Kante, and maybe Thiago in the current squad, which I agree. Thiago is not a legend of the football club of Chelsea, but he could be a legend in terms of football, legend for football.
Yeah.
It won't be a legend.
That one's Chelsea. No debate. That one's no debate.
Yeah. So we'll look into that. Chelsea down. What do you make of tomorrow's game? Chelsea hosting Nottingham Forest. There are players to look out for, dangerous players. Which one of the guys named the black dude is a striker, Awanyani or whatever his name is. I don't want to butcher his name. Someone's name, man. Someone's precious name. I don't want to butcher it over here. Then we have Gibson over there, Brandon Johnson also over there. 3 players that terrify Southampton defense. We have to be very careful. Well, I know the team is still not there. We won against Southampton, but the team is still not there. What do you make of us playing this game at Stamford Bridge? For Nottingham Forest still wants to get away from the relegation line. So yeah, there's a lot to play for.
It's going to be a tough game for us against Nottingham Forest, Blue Cloud, right? Because Nottingham Forest seems to be a tough team when it comes to relegation, and they're trying to fight the battle in their mid-table because they don't want to get relegated this summer. So they've just won their last 2 games, and then also they're beating big teams like Liverpool. They've drew against Man United. They've drew against they was close to drew against Arsenal. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a really tough game for us because we've got the injuries. We haven't got Ben Chilwell. We haven't got Cucurella. We haven't got Reece James. Yeah. So it's going to be a tough game. But the guy who you said for Nottingham Forest striker, he's quality. And I've seen him play. This guy, he could score goals when he has the opportunity.
Awanini is the name.
Awanini. So Awanini, right? His potential to be a good. He's going to come to be a potential striker in the future. Yeah, and he's still young. So it's going to be a tough game for us because the thing is, with big Bournemouth.
He's not that young, Chelsea Dan. He's 25 years old.
Oh, he's 25? I thought he was 23.
No, he's 25 years old. He's actually Nigerian. Very good player.
Okay. No matter at 25 for that age, what a player. Blue Cloud. He's still a good player, right? How many goals did he score this? I think he scored at least about 7 or 8 goals this season with Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I think he's scored 7 goals.
Yeah, and including the
35 games.
Yeah, including the cup games and all. So he scored goals in the cups. I know he scored a hat-trick in the FA Cup that time. So this guy's good. We've just got to try to learn how to stop it. But Nottingham Forest is a tough team to play against. I know we played them before in the FA Cups and we beat them. But the way we've been playing, can we go into a second win of form against Forest at Stamford Bridge?
Yeah.
Probably, as long as he puts Lewis Hull on, right, as he says on the press conference, he's got no other choice to put Lewis Hull there. You ain't got Cucurella there, you ain't got Koulibaly, and you ain't got and you haven't also got Ben Chilwell. So the other options is Lewis Hull. We've seen how he could play. We've seen him. He had loads of chances against Man City. I think it would be the best option to put him as a left back in that option, right? And also, I know Steve said you don't want Aspie playing tomorrow, given the last game of the summer. I think this game, Aspie, should be his last game tomorrow, right, against Nottingham Forest. Because after that game, we've got 2 big games coming up. We've got Man City and Man United, right?
Yeah.
Right. And also, hopefully it sits that. I know Reece James out of the summer, but we should have like Cucurella back at the time or Ben Chilwell, But no matter what, I wouldn't want to put Rubens Loftus-Cheek at right wing back or right back. Aspie should be there because he's got the experience and he's been our legend, and we know he might go in the summer, but he should be there. And then you've got Balotelli and Thiago Silva. The worry thing, I don't want Aubameyang playing Blue Cloud. No way. I don't want him. I want him gone. Because you see him play against Arsenal, he just didn't care one bit. He didn't want to play for us. He didn't want to play for the shirt. And honestly, too, a guy's fed up because you're going to be like that. I understand where he's coming because he hasn't played since Thomas Tuchel, and then you decide you want to pick him and then you try his best. I wouldn't mind Dacho Fofana. I like what Steve said. Dacho Fofana to play, or Joe Phillips there because he scored against Nottingham. But the thing is, when we played him in December, we drew 1-1. We thought we was going to win that game. We thought we were back. But Nottingham Forest, they could defend. That's what worrying about us, And when they defend, and we can't create goals enough, we have to see how to break them down in that factor because they could defend, and once they defend, I'm going to say 2-0 win, Blue Clouds, And also, I wouldn't put Raheem Sterling. I'll put Modric on. Maladeke, Modric, and Kai Havertz or Joe Felix. But Kai Havertz, we have to give Kai Havertz his doubt. He ain't a false 9. And I'm not going to speak about Kai Havertz no more. I said if we had the right balance, we'll see the best. We would see the best out of Kai Havertz if we had the right balance, the right manager, where they play the right position in these players. And lately, last couple of years since we had Tuchel, Potter, they've changed different players in different positions. And how could you keep him in? How could you have a player who's been changed around in different positions to stick into one best position to play at? And then you're going and then changing the style play, all the play and the balance. And there's been no physicality, no mentality. So, once we got a white gap win, I think we'll see the best. But tomorrow against Nottingham Forest, I think we should usually win 2-1 or 2-0.
All right, Charles. Thank you very much, Charles. I'll come back to Stephen in a minute or second. Blue Line Job, a few comment from here. A legend is a player that wins the respect of the fans during the time at the club. Silva is a legend in my book. That's his opinion. If a legend is someone that wins the respect of the fans. That is his classification or his meaning of who a legend should be. And also, Phantom, main topic. What you're talking about, Manchester United. I know your interest is all about the shares, Phantom. Why would Ratcliffe interest in Man United? Man United drop the price in the panic selling. All right. Dacho Fofana is playing with the development squad, which I have a question.
The development squad aren't playing anymore. Their season's over, so he's not.
Okay.
The under 21s,
I was going to say that.
Even under 18 season is over, so that's why. So I'm not sure if you guys have seen it all over Twitter. So the other day we called up I think it's the under 14s captain. So the reason for that is the under 21 season's finished. The under 18s were in, where were they? I think they were in Germany, I think.
Yeah.
So the only lot were like the very young groups. So they called him up to make up numbers in training because obviously we've got a few injuries now. So yeah, apparently he was called up the under 14s captain to basically fill numbers.
Yeah, that kid. Yeah, but he won't be playing though. He just
no, he won't. He won't be playing. He was literally there for numbers and like reward type thing. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're still there. Because they're all on like scholarships and stuff. So they'll be there doing all their like schoolwork, stuff like that. That's essentially what they'll be doing. And then occasionally they might get called into one of the groups of training. So that's what happened with him.
Thank you very much. One of the biggest fan of this platform. I want to love you forever. I've been with this platform since the beginning of the channel till now, and there's no single day that I streamed that she never sent any comments in. Thank you very much. She sent super chats and everything, and I always remember her, who she is, and she's one of my fans here in the States. So hello everyone. This is big up to you all. Wish you all well. Thank you very much for your lovely comments, and we all wish you the best too. I hope you're doing very well wherever you find yourself in the state. So yes, we continue with that. And also, when Steven, this question is, when is Mauricio Pochettino going to be announced? What is it looking like? And can Mauricio Pochettino transform Malo and make him look like Kyle Walker at Tottenham when he was with Tottenham Hotspur? Can he do that, Steven? Then I come to Chelsea down.
It's meant to be this week. I was hoping it'd be today. Then he could be in like the director's box, all that, watching the game tomorrow, give him a better perspective. Because obviously, let's be honest, you're coming in as manager. You've probably seen some of the games, so you've seen some aspect of it. But obviously, what you see on TV, you don't see everything. You don't like. Whereas if you're at a game, you can focus in on 1-2 players where like the camera won't be, that aren't near the ball. And it helps you find out leaders as well, because if the ball's not near someone and they're instructing everyone what to do and stuff, it gives you an idea of who could be a leader in a squad, who's making sure everyone's doing the right things, everyone's where they should be, all that. But yeah, it's meant to be this week, so who knows? Maybe it ends up being after the game tomorrow. Maybe it ends up being Sunday. Maybe we get a surprise on it at some point tonight. Who knows? You can never be sure with this club anymore with announcements. So long as it's announced, I'm not even worried. I know there's people that are worried, but I'm not. There's no reason to be worried. We know he's coming in. We know they've had all the talks. The delays will be because of the contractor with the lawyers, and he don't have an agent, nor does his staff. He does all the talks for himself and his staff. He sorts out his staff first. So that means the lawyers have to go over, 5-6 contracts, make sure everything's good. And you can't do that like quick, because obviously it's a whole legal thing. So you've got to be like, make sure you go through it correctly. Everything's how it should be, all that. So it's a long process, but we're getting there. We're nearly there.
And then what do you make of Malo? What is trending right now? Can he transform Malo? Can he transform him to make it look like the way he was able to get a tune out of Kyle Walker at Tottenham before he moved to Manchester City? Do you think he can do the same with Malo?
One thing I will say is, if I remember correctly from the research I did, when what Poch likes to do to keep intensity and stuff, about so about 60 minutes. What he used to do, obviously, bear in mind, at the time there was only 3 subs allowed. He would sub off, I think it was both fullbacks. That would obviously leave him with 1 sub elsewhere. Whereas now you're allowed 5 subs. So if he still does that, you can then, if you want to, you can change another whole position group and still have another sub left. So I wonder if he's going to keep that here, keep intensity in the games, keep players fresh. Because obviously, if you're not playing a full 90, you're playing like 60 minutes or so, you then get a bit of a rest towards the end of the game, ready to go next game. Maybe it gets to a situation where he changes who starts every now and then. You never know. Especially because of, you look at Reece and Chilwell recently, like hamstring injury, stuff like that. So, It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how he sets them up. I think it's probably going to be his usual 4-2-3-1 that he prefers. But he's played a couple different formations, so who knows? But I don't know. I think we might see more Augusto than we expect, especially because I think I saw something where there was a quote relating to, like, he really cares for his players and stuff. I think it was around the time of the Euros or something when he was Spurs manager. Anyone who was like playing in the Euros didn't go on pre-season. When they returned, if they got knocked out early, stuff like that, he left them at home, things like that. So look, that's a thing that I should mention actually, because that means that if there's people he don't plan to be in his squad for next season, they ain't going on pre-season. There's no way he's taking them to America.
All right, so thank you very much, Stephen G. What do you want to say on behalf of that, Mr. Chelsea Don, yeah. Mauricio Pochettino, can you get a tune out of Malo? When do you think it will be announced? Is it this week or next week?
Could I say, Stephen, I won't pressure too much about manager, because it's gone too quiet. It's been over 2 weeks. Every single 2 weeks, this has been announced that he's going to come in as the manager. There's a storyline, right? Apparently, Pochettino's made an agreement with Todd Bowley and Egbali, right? Hasn't came to agreement with the financial payment of a thing. Basically, yeah, he might be going to Tottenham, Pochettino. The situation with Pochettino, I don't think he's coming to Chelsea. We don't know who's the manager for a minute. And I've said along, Todd Bowley, and like I said to you before, Blue Cloud, this manufacturer is, we don't know what manager is going to come in, what's going on at the club for a minute, where the collapse, the whole manufacturer just trust the process, what they want. And certain managers, even Pochettino's not a yes man, like he's kind of way. He wants his way at the club to do the right balance and what players he wants to bring in, and they don't get involved. And if it's true that Todd Bowley goes into the dressing room and get involved, no other manager will want to come to us why we got these owners. Because if we used to have managers used to line up when we're families, when we used to be an elite club. But the thing with Pochettino, we can't suddenly say, oh, he's going to come in when it's not been announced. People saying he's going to be announced this week on Twitter. I don't think there's going to be no announcement. It's like the Luis Enrique, there's talks about him. What happened to Luis Enrique? When I was in Cyprus, we thought Luis Enrique's been done deal, signed and everything. He's coming to Chelsea. He's going to come in the summer. This is the factor of what he wants to bring in. He wanted and get the right people for the job. Suddenly that collapsed, Blue Cloud. My worry is, I don't think any kind of elite manager wants to come to a club, because if it's true that Todd Bowley was a yes man again, like Potter, then we're going to be stuck and we're not going to be elite club.
Yeah.
I would love to see Pochettino to come in. And if Pochettino, I've seen his stats here, he's got good win percentage and and big ups to Tony Tiger, because he came on we was doing the show the other day and he saw the stats. We were talking about it, Tony, and we bring the stats up, right? If hopefully we could bring him in, because if he does, with the youth squad what we've got, he'll maintain the balance of the youth squad to be good enough, and especially Gusto, Blue Cloud. Okay, with Gusto, he's a quality right back for the French Lille's team. I've seen this guy play, for his club, in the French league, and he is quality. Everything is good at strength, good at holding, and good at defending. It's another Reece James, honest truth. And this guy could be a potential best right back, right, in the future. So if we do get Pochettino in, right, if we do, Todd Bowley needs to hurry up and sort this out and get on a gear and sort it out. Because this summer, like I said, Blue Cloud says he loved me. He's got this whole year to go sort this club out, get everything done properly for next summer, so we can start getting our winning games. If he doesn't, I could see it going to end up back to square shape, back to one again. And if we don't, like Tony Tiger, like we said, I don't think he'll come in. I think we'll get Super Frank next summer. I think he'll be staying to Chelsea next summer, Blue Cloud.
I don't.
Okay. All right. Stephen has a different
one thing
opinion.
I will quickly jump in and say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's not let Todd Bowley get on the gear. I know what you meant, but you mentioned gear. I was like, let's not do this.
Mm-hmm.
But Steve, yeah, before Steve,
go on.
The way the
because
situation,
of my thing cut out as you were starting talking, so I missed part of what you said.
Well, my body, yeah, right. If you look at the bigger picture, and I'm saying, yeah, it's been over 3 weeks now that this announcement of Pochettino is coming in, right? I don't think Pochettino, right, has been signed. I think he's turned the job down and he wants to go to Levy at Tottenham, right? Because of Harry Kane, right? The situation this year is taking so long to get this deal over the line with Chelsea with Pochettino, right? They could have sorted it out 2 or 3 weeks ago, like the Luis Enrique, the Nagelsmann.
Yeah.
Why is it took so long? Yeah, now, and we still haven't figured out the announcement. It's one little thing they could just do to sign that paper, and if it's the borders, yeah, want to do it their way, not have Pochettino like the Enrique, they ain't gonna sign him. And also he wants to manufacture the players and them not to get involved. He wants to certain players to bring in the DMs, the striker, the goalkeeper, yeah, and bring the thing so they don't get involved. So if that ain't gonna happen, yeah, right? If you think of it, why did they sign Frank Lampard to the end of the summer to see if he does well, right? And if Pochettino does not get this agreement, I'm guaranteeing you now, yeah, 100% we'll see Lampard next summer as a manager.
Okay, just sit down. You know, guys, I'm gonna clip this, and we see Lampard next summer as a manager. Then I'll be like, wow. Then I have to give so much respect to my brother here, Chelsea Dan. Tony Tiger. Tony said, yes, Poch will be a good for the young players and the unfit players, but says he can't do anything with Lukaku. Coming from my big brother, Tony Tiger. Then Makim said, I agree. Egbali Boli needs to stop looking for yes man. Otherwise, we will be sacked. And we'll be stuck. Coming from Makim. Thank you very much, Makim, for your wonderful comment. Guys, we have just a few minutes. Yeah, we're going to do an hour of a stream, but then unfortunately we got a drop. But we're just trying to keep the time.
We got into the whole thing about legends and stuff, and that just
this could take
20-minute conversation.
Yeah, this could take this could take years to recover. Yes, just like we're going through right now. I think Poch is probably aware we need him more than he need us. Go ahead, Stephen. So
on the thing about
hold on, Stephen.
Years.
Before Stephen comes in, Before Stephen comes in, we're gonna touch bases on. We're not gonna say. We're gonna touch bases on Helen Haaland winning the PFA Player of the Year. Not PFA Player. I think the Football Writers Player of the Year. Then Sam Kerr also winning the Football Player Writers Player of the Year. We'll talk about that. So, Stephen, go ahead.
One thing I would quickly say on the whole thing about what was the previous comment again? Sorry.
Previous comment, is it from Makim?
Yeah.
Or Tony?
It was the one about taking years. We were already in a very difficult situation.
He said this could take years to recover.
We were in a difficult situation when it came to it anyway. So the old ownership had us in a difficult position because they didn't get certain players that would have fitted us, and instead we went with the whole let's win now, get older player stuff, which has now put us in a difficult situation. So there was already a lot of stuff that needed to be done anyway. So we can't go around pretending like it's all on this ownership. This ownership have done wrong in certain aspects. Nobody's going to deny that, right? But we can't put all the blame on them when there's blame to be put on old ownership as well, as much as we all love Roman for what he done for the club. They have to have some of the blame as well.
Yeah.
Especially when you have people like Scott McLaughlin who are making terrible recommendations on players to get. That didn't help.
All right. So thank you very much. Guys, if you're free, have a bit of time, and you're on Discord, this is our Discord link. It's right there. You can join us. Blue Clouds, message me, and I'll add you to our Discord group. We have a lot of people over there. We do chat. We do have a voice call all the time. We do talk about a lot of stuff, even watch along. We do watch alongs on that platform without going live. So if you're a fan of Discord, you know how Discord works. That link is right there. The link will take you to our Discord platform. Join us as we also share breaking news on that platform all the time. And also, I've put on some new videos and new shorts. If you haven't seen them, guys, take it some time. Check into the my videos and look up. Then give it a like. It will help the video go a long way. And also, I have another video that I'm trying to bring out right now. The number of players that Chelsea are supposed to keep, the players that we're going to let them go. We have to let them go in the summer. Certain players like, Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, they are all there. And you guys will love that video. I'm about to drop it later on today. Probably I'll put it I'll schedule the video to come out tomorrow before it gets too late. So check some of these videos out and help your brother out over here, because we're putting a lot of work, just like I said. And also, we will come back again, but not now. We'll come back again with our everyday streaming. For now, we're trying to take a little bit of step back and trying to modernize things a little bit. And also, there is a lot of work going on behind the scenes. Like I've said, summer is here. There's a lot of yard work. Your brother here has to do a lot of yard work, and spending so much time on live streaming sometimes to take a lot of time away from the family. So yes, I hope you guys understand that. But we will be back again once things are set up in a certain way. We'll be back again with streaming. I just have to get that helping hand, someone that can support the platform if I'm not there. So I'm looking forward to that also. So yeah, we got a long way to go. We're gonna talk about the Football Writers Association award. Steven, do you have anything you want to say in regards to whatever we've said in the stream before we go to the Helen Haaland and Sam Kerr's award?
No, I've got nothing. I'm gonna quickly just say that even though Haaland got like 82 or 83% of the votes on this, I actually thought it'd be even more than that, if I'm being honest. I'm surprised there wasn't more than that. I think Ryan sent it, didn't he? And I think Saka was second. I think Rashford was in there as well. I can't remember who else was in there. There's about 5 names listed, including Haaland. But I'm surprised it wasn't even more than 82, 83%, if I'm being completely honest. Sam Kerr, I mean, I'm not surprised at all about her winning it. I think she won it last year as well. I could be wrong on that, but I think she did. But yeah, I just wanted to hop in on that because I've got to go make a call quick. So I don't know if I'll be back before the end of the stream.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Blue, send me the link.
If I'm done quick, then I'll obviously rejoin.
Okay. Thank you very much, Steven. If not, then we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost done. So
yeah, I've got to go. Let me check on something.
All right, Steven. Steven, I'll catch you up later.
Yeah. All right. Okay. See you in a minute.
Take care. Yeah, chest it down. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. Yeah, I'll send in my Discord link is right there. The Discord link is right there. And shoot me a message. Then we can link up over there. We do talk almost every day. We do call-ins and stuff like that. And it's very fun to be on Discord. You guys love it. Be on Discord.
Discord is good, but I want everyone to smash that like button to Blue Cloud Media, one top legend, brother, and also and thank you for letting me come on your channel always, bro. It's nice to have you.
It's your channel, bro. It's your channel. What is mine is yours. It's your channel, bro. You always give me access to come to your channel platform, and when I get a chance, I do. It's just like the timing. When you guys are around at 9 p.m., 10 p.m. at that time, it's kind of lively over here in America. So it's like, the family needs you.
I do 8:30 now.
Okay. Yeah, 8:30. As soon as I'm done with mine, I can jump in for a couple minutes, like maybe 40 minutes, 50 minutes, or half an hour, But when it goes to that late, it's kind of daytime over here. And then the kids are pulling your legs, So, yeah. That's just by the way. So yeah, I've sent you
for you. Quick question.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Because no one hasn't asked you a question. This is your channel, right? My channel's Chelsea Dan. Everyone knows where I am on. That's your L channel and all, yeah. Okay. But no one hasn't asked you a question since I've been on the show. No one hasn't asked you. Right. I've been asking because Tony Tiger. I've been asking everyone in the chat. Yeah, like the contents. Yeah, this is a new thing I do now on the chat. Right. What is your strategy and and system, and what kind of manager to perform in a summer? What would you want to see the progress of Chelsea next summer to be at? And what players would you want in a role system to be at? Because every single time I come on your show, no one ever asks you a question. You always ask them a question. So I'm going to ask you a question, right, before you go, because it's nice to have you as a question. When you come on my channel, I always ask you questions. Yeah?
I always tell them, send your question in, but it looks like
yeah.
they didn't send
Well, I'm going to ask you a question.
I'm ready. Let's have a short conversation, and I'll give you answers.
Let's have a proper chat, because I don't hardly speak to you a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the strategy of the player system. Who would you want to bring in at Chelsea? What kind of DM or goalkeeper would you like to see at Chelsea? And what kind of striker and what experienced manager would you want to bring in at Chelsea to show where we could be back in our winning ways? Because these questions I've been asking to people in the chat, and I've had 2 or 3 people like Tony Tiger, big up to Tony Tiger, who's came out of it. So I'm going to ask you, what situations would you want in a summer?
So that's a very, very difficult question. I don't think it's that difficult to answer, but I'll give you my opinion and good answer to your question. Thank you very much. I want to love you, sister. We know you need Zion. Your 1 hour can turn into an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on you guys and the conversation. All right, it's just giving me hands up over there. Thank you very much. I want to. I'm almost done. If it hadn't been this question coming from Chelsea Dan, I would have been down by now. But then I love this question. I want to answer it I hope I answer it very, very well for him. All right. Thank you very much. I want to really love you for your wonderful comments. I'll try. I'll try not to beat an hour 15. It's an hour 11 now, so I'll take about 2-3 minutes to answer this question. To me, this is what I was looking for: a manager that has that cojones. I'll say cojones. A manager who can really step his foot on the ground and say, you play here, you go there, you go here. If you're not here, you get suspended. If you're not here, the club finds you there. And I felt that in Luis Enrique. But to be honest with you, I don't know the whole thing. From what I'm hearing is he has so much demands on certain players that he wants to bring into the football club. And I know Todd Bowley and Ekbali have done mistakes, and they don't want to rectify that. Okay, we've done the mistake, so in that manner, we have to let this player go. They want to stick to the players that they've brought into the football club and make the best out of them, because they will be a laughing stock to the world in terms of how the world see them as football managers. They don't want, playing football manager. They don't want to be seen that way. So I know Luis Enrique, like I said, is the guy that I want in, and he was requesting for certain players. He was demanding for certain wingers, and we have lots of wingers already. Which, matter of fact, you have to let some of these wingers go to make room for another new wingers. We've seen Malo Modric spend so much money on him, and he was even going to go to Arsenal, but then he understands the project that Chelsea sold to him and brought into the football club. So with him, they want to get the best out of that player. They want to make him a superstar, and for that to happen, that will be a plus for Ekbali and Todd Bowley. That is the plus over there. So if you look at the way they play, Luis Enrique will be the guy that will get a tune out of them. Who is challenging Pep Guardiola in the Premier League? No one. The style of football that he plays, the only one that can play that same style of football is Luis Enrique, which they both come into the same school of thought from the Catalonian. They play that style of football. So I was thinking bringing in a Luis Enrique would be the guy that can match Pep Guardiola within 1-2 seasons. He can have the tune out of certain players. And I know that we have that playing style. We have that players that can play the style, but then we need to get the balance right. And it will take about 2 seasons to get that balance right, to be able to match Pep Guardiola and the way he's playing football. And I know Luis Enrique will be the guy to do that, but then it didn't go right. But then we see and also, like I said, Luis Enrique is also a winner. Looking at his time with Barcelona, the number of trophies he won as a coach and the number of trophies he won as a manager alone. As a player, the number of trophy that he won as a player and the number of trophies he won as a manager. So I think also he has the winning mentality. He can come in and change things, but then did not go that way. And also looking at players. For now, there have been other players being linked with the football club in terms of DM. I'm not going for Caseda. I'm tired of these fraud players that we get from Brighton. I'm tired of them. They play so well because they don't have that kind of a competition over there. But then once they move from that level to the highest level, they found themselves wanting. What have we seen for Cucurella? Cucurella looks like a Rolls Royce when he was playing at Brighton. We brought him to the football club. He cannot even cross. And I blame those that scouted him and brought him to the football club. What did they see in Cucurella before bringing him to the football club? What were they scouting for? You let Marcus Alonso, who can cross very well, who is always dangerous in the 18-yard box, who has been one of my players for the past 7 years when he was playing for Chelsea. You let that player go to Barcelona and then spend 60 to 70 million or 60 million to bring in a fraud player like Cucurella who cannot defend. Who cannot defend? He let the ball go all the time, defending and stopping players, but he cannot attack the ball. He cannot even finish a one-on-one. We've seen it in the close range where if it's Marcus Alonso, that ball will be in the back of the net. They brought that fraud to the football club, and I think that lots of mistakes has been done. So what's the reason for that player? Okay, that player cannot be there. He has to go. To me, I think Cucurella has to go. And I know I even made a news days ago that Atletico Madrid are interested in Cucurella and also Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And I'll be very happy if those guys go. So yes, in that aspect, coach, I'm done with the coaching aspect, which is Luis Enrique. Is my preferred coach that I wanted. And also the DM, I think we have to go for Declan Rice. This guy, he's very young and he has a good relationship with Chelsea Football Club. He has a good relationship. And from what we saw in the past 3-4 games, this is the guy that we have to spend money on. I know that there's a huge price tag on him, but then if we get him, our DM position is solved. Then we can move Enzo Fernandez up front to help to get the balance right. That is what I'm thinking right now. I don't want any flair. I want someone that is more Premier League experience, that has so much Premier League experience that can balance the style of play. And it is no one else but Declan Rice would be my guy. I think I've solved. Let's go to the goalkeeping aspect. Goalkeeping nowadays, the modern days of goalkeeping has changed. They want more from the goalkeepers, not just sitting in the goalpost, hoofing the ball from one place to the other. His distribution has to be good. He has to be very, very good on the ball. He has to be able to start from the back in terms of his passing range. Has to be very, very good. Okay, we've been linked with two players. Two goalkeepers, one from the Italian and two from Italian league, one from AC Milan and one from Inter Milan. I saw both play. We saw one from Inter Milan, which I'll say we got to be very, very careful. I mean, from AC Milan. If the AC Milan guy we're going for, we got to be very, very careful. But then if the Onana from Inter Milan we're going in for, it will worth our money. Bringing in, because that guy is athleticism is very, very good. He's very, very good in terms of distribution. Playing out from the back is the guy that we will be looking for. And also, he is a guy that has so much confidence. From Ajax, he's full of confidence. He has a problem, attitude problem. But I think that when he comes to the highest level in terms of playing at Chelsea, he will be able to control his temper. We'll be able to control him and direct him in how he should be able to play in the highest level. I think he needs someone to mentor him to be able to give him much more direction. So the goalkeeping aspect, there's another goalkeeper that we're looking at for in the Premier League.
From Aston Villa.
Martinez is the latest one right now. But then there was another goalkeeper that we were looking in for. I forgot. Sanchez also another goalkeeper that we're looking in for. But then Martinez and Onana will be these two players that I can. Martinez was so good when he left Arsenal, and he's been good again with Villa. Look how good he's playing. Villa are playing very, very well, and he won the World Cup. So why wouldn't you going for a player like Martinez? He has the height. Kepa don't have that height. That's why he's losing those balls. He can't defend those balls that are coming in. Look at Peter Cech. Look at what's his name, Senegalese international goalkeeper that we have right now, Mendy. Mendy is able to stop those balls from those high balls, but then his problem is playing out from the back has been his problem. So if Mendy can get himself better by playing out from the back, then I can say that we can keep Mendy. But now Mendy is not good playing out from the back. That is why we have to let him go. But then Martinez will be a good goalkeeper. He's very tall. I think he's over 6'5". He's over there. So Martinez will be a good. Onana, I'm not so sure with Onana's height. But then, like I said, Onana, Martinez will be these two goalkeepers that I'll bring into the football club. I hope I'm able to answer your questions very, very well for you. Chase it down.
And what about your strikers?
Strikers. All right. Before I get into the striker, let me acknowledge some few. I have Patrick. Patrick, big up to you, Patrick. He says big up to Chelsea Dan. Big up to you. They have Gulat Mustafa. Big up to you, Gulat. Gulat, I'm about to drop another video, but I'll send you the thumbnail so you can see and check it out for me. It says Julian Nagelsmann. Julian Nagelsmann, for me, great season at Bayern. He helped develop new squad there. Jamal Musiala development is perfect example. Yes, but then you could always compare the Farmers League to the Premier League. You can bring Jamal Musiala to the Premier League and he might not even be able to kick a ball. So yeah, we got to look into that also. I know Nagelsmann is a good coach, but then can he look at his age and look at the current players that we have in their ages? Some of them are even older than him. So he's known from having problems with players, which is he having so many authentication with players like Muller, players like Manuel Neuer, and other players, Sadio Mane. There was another report that said he has a huge authentication back and front fight between him and Sadio Mane in the dressing room. So Sadio Mane is also another player that Chelsea is heavily linked with. We have to be careful with that. He's got an attitude problem. Okay. So thank you very much, Gulam Mustafa, for your wonderful comment. And Tony Tiger said, big up, Patrick. Okay. All right. Still can't believe we've fumbled Luis Enrique. Me either. I don't know what the problem is, why they couldn't get that deal done. Cucurella got better. Heck, do know. Okay. All right. Gulam said, I think Luis Enrique is off the list for Chelsea. The talks never went further. It is true that it's done. It's now we all thought it's gonna be. I mean, we all thinking now that it's gonna be Pochettino, but we're waiting for the announcement to come in. Tony Tiger said the board don't want any managers who are too demanding. That is coming from. I believe so. That is why they fall out with Luis Enrique. Emmy is also big match player. He is psychologically strong, to good addition to the squad. Emmy, yeah, I think Emmy Martinez will be a good addition to the football club. I think he's way taller than Andre Onana. Onana falls short a little bit, but then playing out from the back is the most important thing. A player that is more confident on the ball, like Kepa does. Kepa height is also a problem. It could be the same thing. I have to check on both players' height and then make a very, very good comparison if they really are in terms of height, because height has been a problem for Kepa Arrizabalaga. So big up to you, Mr. Patrick said. So yeah, you said striker. Look, in the striking role, I'll take Lukaku out. We just have to sell Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku for now has no business in the Premier League anymore. He has proven time and time again that when he plays against the big teams, he cannot really find the back of the net when he plays against the big team. When he's playing under teams like those small teams, I think West Brom, who was at West Brom, then he was able to get a chance to play at Manchester United. He did very good over there, but then he doesn't have any business at Chelsea. So right now, he cannot get that over the line. He has no business to come back to Chelsea. Chelsea have to let him go. We don't need him now. But then I don't know if is it Roberto Martinez? This Inter Milan player that plays with Romelu Lukaku.
Laurento Martinez.
Martinez is also another. He has everything. He has everything as a modern day striker you'll be looking for a
But
modern striker.
he needs a number 2 beside him. He can't play on his own. If you see him play on his own, Cloud, he missed chances. He needs a number 2 up front with him to work along with him. That's what I think. I don't think we should have him. If it comes to it, Alvarez for Man City, but I know we won't give him. But what about Harry Kane? If we got a chance, Harry Kane, or I know Victor Osimhen would come, but
no, I don't want Victor Osimhen. I don't want Victor Osimhen. He's a hype player right now, and he's going to cost almost about 150 to bring in Victor Osimhen to the football club. But it's going to be a huge risk and a huge gambling on Victor Osimhen. You don't know how good he's going to be when it comes to the Premier League. It's just one season right now. He moved from the Spanish league. You need one more season from Victor Osimhen in this Italian league before you can think of bringing Victor Osimhen to the Premier League. You don't want to do that. 150 million, he comes in, he can score, he can, Premier League is a very, very difficult league to play. So with me, Victor Osimhen is a no-go. Harry Kane, can Pochettino persuade Harry Kane to bring him to Stamford Bridge? It will be a very, very difficult thing to do. But then from what I know, Harry Kane might not move to Manchester because his family are all in London and he wants to stay at London. Harry Kane wants to stay at London. And from what I'm reading, Harry Kane might end up staying at Tottenham. He would not move away from Tottenham because he's not going to go to, he doesn't want to rule his legacy at Tottenham Hotspur. He wants to have at least a statue built for him at White Hart Lane. So when he moved to Chelsea, that kind of ideas is not going to come on. He's not going to have that statue built for him. So Harry Kane is not going to happen. We have Armando Broja right now. Armando Broja can be good, but we can't rely on Armando Broja alone. Detro Fofana need at least one season in one of the football clubs, a mid-table team, for him to get to understand the feel of the English Premier League. Then another season, he'll be ready to join whoever is in the Armando Broja. He's already good. He's worked under Mauricio Pochettino. I'm not so sure if he did work under Mauricio Pochettino, but he worked under, I think he was with Southampton, which he played very well, but I'm not so sure he worked under Mauricio Pochettino. But Pochettino can get the tune out of Armando Broja. But now, I was thinking of Vlahovic of Juventus. Vlahovic of Juventus takes the back. He's very good in the air, very good with his foot. Vlahovic, to me, is even better than Haaland. Forget about the goals Haaland scored. It's a good debate. Forget about the goals Haaland scored. But without the goals, Haaland doesn't offer nothing. Look at how he struggled to play against Real Madrid. When you mark Haaland, when you give him a close marking, Haaland struggled to perform. Haaland is not good with his feet. He cannot take a man on. He cannot dribble. Besides, you putting the ball without Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland wouldn't get that many goals that he's got this season.
That's true. Because it's got with Haaland, there was talks about him a couple of years ago. It was meant to be getting him, but if you actually see the press conference after we winning that title, he came out and in the sense, and they said there was no Chelsea interested in Haaland. There was no discussion us talking about going to Chelsea.
Yeah.
My situation, the fellow visits from Juventus, I think he would be a good potential to come in, but Victor Osimhen, I totally agree. Give him another summer, because if we paid a lot of money for him in the summer and he only scored 8 goals in the Premier League, everyone will probably criticise him, like with Enzo Fernandez, how much money we spent on him. But one good thing I'll say, Ivor and Tony. I would have Ivor and Tony, Blue Cloud, because everything of Ivor and Tony, yes, forget the gambling situation. If you can see his game, he reminds me of a bit of Didier Drogba, a bit of the Nicolas Anelka, and an experience proven striker. People say, but he was playing for Brentford, But if you actually see his talent, he does things himself. He can score the goals for his,
Sorry, Chelsea. And this comment over here is very funny. He said the statue with no trophies for Kane. What a legacy! R.I.P. Then Ivan Toney is the one to buy if if we have to. Okay. Then Gulam said, "Oh man, you let go of ex Chelsea man. Antonio Rudiger. He made Haaland look like fool. Yeah, it is true. It is true. Haaland has been found out, bro. Haaland has been found out. Haaland doesn't like close market. If you mark Haaland closely, he doesn't perform. So I'll tell you guys this. Try this. Next season, managers, coaches, and defenders will be working very hard on this kind of strategy, how to mark Haaland off games. And Haaland the striker, because look, all elite strikers that have come and gone. DJ Drogba, Ronaldo da Lima, I'm sure that's the name. Ronaldo R9, Brazilian striker R9, World Cup winner. And then Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. All these players are very good with their feet. They take a man on. Haaland, it cannot dribble. All he wants is put the ball on the back and put the ball behind him, and then he will run the shoulders of the defenders, and then he will finish. He is a very, very good finisher. That one I will never take away from Haaland. Very good finisher, but then he's not good in terms of a build-up play. He doesn't drop deep, and people will say, "Oh, why should Haaland drop deep?" Because there are players. We have Gundogan, we have De Bruyne, who can do all those dirty work for him to score goals. So Haaland doesn't need to drop deep. But then he can't be like this all the time. There will be a time that De Bruyne will not be on top of his game. Haaland has to drop deep and then help out. Maybe there could be an injury or maybe loss of form from Gundogan. So how can Haaland get those goals? He have to join the team and be able to play, connect, build that play, and then finish it. Those things Haaland has to work on. So Chelsea done. Let's try and wrap up. That's why Haaland Fats XD, okay, coming from Gulad, thank you very much. Haaland can, okay. Okay, so Hurricane is the modern Alan Shearer. You know, Alan Shearer can say whatever he say. Like, he was so happy he had all those goals. He didn't win the Premier League. He didn't win the Champions League. He didn't do that. But I'll tell you what, deep within him, there is some kind of a pain in him, but he won't say it. He wish he won the Premier League with Newcastle. He wish he did, but then he didn't do it. So you say, winning, getting all those goals, it's way better than winning. It's all waffling shit. But I respect that.
Spot on, I just love that. You about shit, yeah, spot on.
Yo, I learned that from you, Chelsea Dan. You waffling shit all the time. I learned that from you, brother. All right, so thanks everyone that have been here. I'll give some few time to Chelsea Dan to continue what he was saying. But my take is gonna be Chelsea 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Or Chelsea 2, Nottingham Forest 1, because they will definitely score a goal. What do you make of that? I think you already gave your score line.
But I think we'll concede a goal if we got Kepa's goal. Like you say, you can't save long shots, but I think it'll go 2-1 or 3-1 to us.
Okay.
We will concede, but yeah. But you better wrap it up because you don't do long hours. It's 1 minute and 32. But everyone in the chat, please smash that like button for Blue Cloud. I'm glad I've asked him a question on his show. He came out spot on with it. Up the Chelsea, Blue Cloud.
I'm glad I did
Big
give
love
you,
to you, my brother.
I'm glad I was spot on. I gave you good answers for your question. Yeah, man. Anytime you're having a question, bro, this is your platform. The platform made for the fans. Thank you very much, Gulad Mustafa. You have made the platform also very, very, very interesting with all your comments. Makim, big up to you. I salute you, brother. Guys, I hope you guys know 1 week or maybe every Friday I will be back live again. Until further notice, I'll let you guys know. Makim, big up to you, Gulad Mustafa, Tony Tiger, Makim. Tony, I think we have Patrick, big up to you. I want to love you forever, Blue Clouds, and also the Blue Lounge, big up to you, my brother Phantom of Mini Topic, as usual. Then I cannot do this without saying Big Brother's name, Chelsea Dan. Guys, if you haven't seen him, his channel, if you haven't subscribed to Chelsea Dan platform, the link is right there. He had 3 dots by his name. See the name over there? His name is right there. Chelsea Dan, there's a 3 dots by his name. Click on it and it will take you to his platform. And just give him a like or give him a subscribe to his platform. It won't take nothing away from you. I have subscribed to him's platform. I've subscribed to Liverpool's channels and other platform, but it's all about, getting the education, getting the news. So that's what we're all here to do. So Chelsea Dan, thank you for joining in on the platform and then streaming with me, my brother. Much appreciated.
I'm gonna do a stream, me and you, 1 week when you're not busy, and me and you are gonna go one day on my show, and I'm gonna ask you every single question, because every single time I watch it, no one ever asks you a question, and everything. I'm glad tonight, I've come on your show and got you a question, and you've answered it well, because you always ask those questions, and I thought I'd get you a question, and you were spot on. But thank you for letting me on. And this is one of the best platforms I've ever been on as a brother. And I'm glad you're back on. So keep it up, because I like to see you on everything time. And big ups to Patrick Bateman. Big ups to Tony Targar for coming to support me. And you guys, if you want to come to support my channel, I'm road to 300. I would like to see you on there, and I'll get you on. And Blue Cloud, much love to you. Up the Chelsea, and it's good to have you supporting me always. And please just smash the like buttons and everything. And I'll let you wrap up now. But up the Chelsea, my geezer. Come on, Chelsea, let's get a win.
Up to Chelsea. Big up to you, Patrick said. Until next time, UTC. Guys, join our membership group. They'll head to join our membership group. We got some cool emojis over there. I have let me share some of these emojis that we have. If you want to use some of these emojis, let me share with you guys real quick as we're still here. I have some cool emojis that they're all there. If you guys want to use it, it's up to you. Be a member and you can enjoy those emojis. You can use them. Let me share it with you guys, so you know the emojis that I'm talking about. All right, so these are the emojis we have. Look at these wonderful emojis. We have this wonderful. You have the Blue Clouds Media logo. The upcoming Blue Clouds Media logo is also right there. It's right there. That's it. We have the gold, we have the silver, and then we have the bronze. But look at the trophy. Look at the trophy over there. That's an emoji that I've created for you guys to use. We have the lion. You know what the lion signifies. And then, Mr. Patrick, I know you like using UTC. So, yes, I customized the UTC for you with the lion on top of the ball. Then can you guess who this guy is? Can someone guess who this guy is?
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez. That's Enzo Fernandez right there. What about this? What about this guy here?
Modric.
Now you got that one right. I hope you can get this. This will be hard. This will be difficult.
Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
No, that's not Ruben Loftus-Cheek. That is not.
Was it? Right. Kante. Name Kante.
No. It can't be Kante. Kante will be bald if it's Kante. It will be no hair.
Is he Badiashile?
No, that's not Badiashile. I'll tell you. This is Andrew Santos. Coming in soon. This is Andrew Santos. And what about this guy here? Tell me. You should be able to tell me, Chelsea Dan. You should be able to tell me this guy.
Mason Mount.
No, this is not Mason Mount.
Oh, wait, I know who that is.
Someone said Fofana. No, this is not Fofana. You're late. This is not Fofana. Who is this?
There's that one there.
Yeah, this guy here. Someone says Silva. Tony says Silva. No, this is not Silva. This is Andrew Santos. No, this guy is Super Frank Lampard.
Oh, Super Frank Lampard.
Super Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
You shouldn't miss this. Tony, you shouldn't miss it. I mean, Chelsea Dan, you shouldn't miss this one. You shouldn't miss it. He doesn't look like anyone else in the football club ever. He doesn't look like anyone else. He looks like him. So you shouldn't miss this guy. Someone should tell me who this guy is. Guys in the comments.
Is he a forward?
Tony said Dave. No. This is not Dave.
Is he a forward?
Okay, I'll give you a clue. He's a midfielder. It's a DM, but he can play an attacking mid and also DM at the same time.
Ain't Ruben Loftus-Cheek?
No, look at his beard. Look at his beard.
Yeah, I know it is Trevor Chalobah.
No, hell no. Trevor Chalobah has braids. He's got braids, dreadlocks.
Not Kante. I know who it is. I just can't remember his name. I know who it is right there.
Let me see. No, someone
Zakaria.
No, hell no, man. Zakaria's beard is not shaped this way. Come on, Chelsea Dan. Look at his beard. Zakaria don't have that beard. Look at him very well.
Oh, wait. He's not a midfielder. If he's a midfielder, but he ain't. It's a midfield, but he's got a beard like.
Chelsea Dan, let me give you a clue. He's not a current player.
Is he out on loan?
No, he's no more. He's retired. So look at him. I'll give you a clue.
Oh, Mikel Essien.
Michael Essien. Michael Essien. There you go.
Essien.
There you go. That's Michael Essien.
Yeah.
You got that right. You got.
Yeah,
What about this guy over here?
Drogba.
Yes, Didier Drogba. Didier Drogba.
I knew who because of the beard. I knew it was Essien.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was Essien or it could have been Joby Mikel. But then I see the short hair, and I thought, Mikel Essien.
Yeah, that's Mikel Essien, and then that's Didier Drogba. So yeah, these are the cool. I have some other cool emojis also coming.
I got 4 out of 2. 4 out of 2.
Yeah, you got 4 out of 2. Yeah, you got one. You got what's Enzo Fernandez. You have Mikhailo Modric. Then you had Didier Drogba. You mess out on 3. So
and Essien, I got Essien right. I know.
I gave you too much clue. That's why you're able to get it. Tony said the ACN. Yeah, big up to you, Tony. You got that one right. Yeah, so yeah, we have the Blue Clouds media logo that is coming out soon. So that's the logo coming out soon. The logo has a lot of meaning. If you want to know the meaning of this logo, Blue Cloud Media stands for the media organization, and it's not just reporting news alone. It also has to do with photographing. So once you see this smiling face, I have animated this logo also. So when you see it, you know what it means. When you see this logo, okay, then it's all Blue Cloud. It's like a camera and also a smiling face who has interaction with a media work, a camera, and also the smiling face is right there. So that's the logo, the incoming logo, and it's made in a silver, bronze, and a gold form. So when they come on the platform, you can choose one of them what you want, and also the emojis are there for you to use. So thank you. Thank you.
Where's your membership coming? Is it? Have you got?
It's already there
now.
It's already there.
What I'll do tomorrow, I'll pay for the membership.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. Gulam Mustafa said. He said. Do a separate video for the logo. Absolutely, I will do that. I will do a separate. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you very much. For all you know, this guy said this is my graphic designer. If you don't know him, Gulat Mustafa is my graphic designer, and he does all my graphic work. Anything that you see, every graphic work that you see on the platform, he's been designed by this gentleman. Very, very good guy.
I wish I could get someone like that to do my studio.
I've been working with him for over a year now. I'm still
waiting for your thumbnail. What you was meant to say you was going to do me.
Yeah. So yeah, wonderful person. So you guys, if you're having a channel, make sure just Dan, why do you have that thing on the logo? I remember I've been criticizing some of your thumbnail. I don't know if you've seen it. The last thumbnail that I saw from you was very, very good, but some of the thumbnail that I saw, I don't know why you have a YouTube logo on it. YouTube logo. I think you should have a. But we'll talk. We'll talk behind the scenes. We'll talk behind the scenes. We'll talk behind.
My badge. You want to back my badge? What got on top of the thing with the?
Yeah, you need your logo in there instead of the YouTube thing. I did say something. So yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're talking to show you.
Yeah. So thank you guys. We'll see you guys again. Tony said, Gulam. Yeah. You got a hand clap over there. That's what my people get. So yeah, an amazing person. So we'll talk. We'll make another show on our thumbnail. On our emoji. We'll try that later. So that's just by the way. Chesedon, thank you very much for having you, brother. We'll see you again some other time.
You too, my boy. Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the evening.
And you too. Up the Chelsea, guys. Up the Chelsea.
Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Cloud TV.